There have been some extremely dominant performances in Fortnite. Queasy and Vino winning 6 out of 12 games in FNCS Grand Finals, Booga winning World Cup by double second place's points, Epic Whale, Arkham, and Rex winning 4 out of 5 FNCSs in 1 year, but none of them compare to what Peterbot and Poyo just did in Chapter 5 Season 2. Peterbot and Poyo both qualified for the FNCS Global Championships in Copenhagen last year. Peter played with Byla and Poyo played with Sphinx. But after both duos had disappointing performances, Peter and Poyo decided to team up, and this is where the story begins. Peter and Poyo played their first tournament together on October 26th, 2 weeks after the Global Championships came to an end. They placed 11th in the Duo Cash Cup, which wasn't the result they were looking for, but there was potential and both of them knew it. During OG Fortnite, they continued to play and managed to win Ninja's OG Skirmish and the Donato's OG Skirmish, making a total of $2,000. The first Duo Cash Cup of Chapter 5 happened 4 days after the season came out, and they won Opens, then placed a respectable 7th in Finals. But the next Duo Cash Cup, they dominated, winning 3 out of 6 games in Finals and beating second place by almost 50 points. Little did we know this would become a very common occurrence that everyone would have to get used to. Leading up to the Chapter 5 Season 1 Grand Finals, Peter and Poyo placed second in both weeks of FNCS qualifiers, finishing with the most series points out of all the teams in NA, and they also placed 4th and 7th in the last 2 Cash Cups. With their drop spot uncontested, they were destined to perform, and they did exactly that. While they performed extremely well, finishing second place, Acorn and Cold were in a world of their own. They beat Peter and Poyo by almost 180 points, and unfortunately only first place on NA qualified to this year's Global Championship in Fort Worth, so they came up just short. With multiple tournament wins and a second place finish in FNCS, almost anybody would consider this season to be a success, but not Peterbot and Poyo. On March 9th, Chapter 5 Season 2 was released, and with that came 4 new Mythic POIs and medallions that all had their own unique ability. Mount Olympus had a medallion that made you run faster and jump higher, Brawler's Battlegrounds medallion made your weapons do more damage, the Underworlds gave you Siphon, and Grim Gates would give you an infinitely recharging dash ability that nobody else on the map would have. Immediately, everybody realized that Grim Gate was the best drop on the map, but nobody knew just how broken it really was. Peter and Poyo immediately knew they need to claim Grim Gate as their drop spot if they want to win. From the first day of the season, they played every single session of Pro Scrims. With nobody contesting them, they were able to quickly learn the best way to use the Grim Gate medallion to rotate, get Storm Surge, and most importantly, win games. Before the first tournament of the season, they had played 81 Pro Scrims and won a whopping 22 of them. That is a 27% win rate in a lobby with the best duos in North America. But now that everybody knew just how good the Grim Gate medallion was, a duo finally decided to contest them. But not just any duo, the previous season's FNCS champions Acorn and Cold. Most people thought the off-spawn score would be somewhat close, but nobody could have predicted what would happen next. Peter started his stream for the Duo Cash Cup finals, and then this happened.
Yeah, I am. No, I am. I've,
okay. On me? 100 on 1. What up, Acorn, buddy? I'm loading. Good shit, dude. Well, look at this fucking bot! What are you doing? What are you doing? Under your hard body, what the fuck? I got it. Dead, killed one. 52. Oh, well that sucks. You have really good mechanics, but guess what? You don't have good drops. You don't. Get the fuck out. Got it.
Nice, I jumped off.
50 white.
He's on me.
50 white.
Wait.
What are you doing? Get the fuck out, Acorn! 3-0! You guys suck!
Even while being contested by one of the best duos in the game, they still won the Cash Cup by 36 points. They made $3,200, but more importantly, they earned the respect of everybody on the region. If Acorn and Cold couldn't stop them, who would? Going into the next Duo Cash Cup final, they had Grim Gate uncontested. Peter and Poyo had dominated scrims while uncontested for the last month, but could they do the same in a real tournament? We were about to find out. It was just too easy for Peterbot and Poyo. They won the first 5 games and were 1 game away from making history. Could they really go 6 for 6? Unfortunately, 4 teams decided to land Grim Gate the last game, so they just missed out on completing the first 100% win rate finals ever.
I'm watching the kill feed. Oh, Peterbot gets knocked by a shotgun. No! It's kind of sad now because it's like, it's like not for a chance to win the tourney. It's just to ruin like Fortnite history.
While this would have been an insane accomplishment, it helped boost their confidence and made everybody realize that there was no way they could be stopped. After the second Duo Cash Cup, both of them decided to completely stop streaming and put all of their focus into winning FNCS and continuing their dominance.
Jack, I was just saying that 200K a month minimum is what Peterbot is leaving on the table to not make content.
By doing this, they sacrificed making tens of thousands of dollars from streaming, as Peter was averaging 5 to 15,000 viewers on Twitch. They didn't care about the money, they just wanted to win, and it showed in their gameplay. At the end of the day, if you want to win in Fortnite, you have to make sacrifices. Like I said, they played every session of pro scrims and would VOD review with their coach Razaru, developing strategies and learning what to do in every single situation. Fortnite was their life. After a 2-week break between tournaments, the next duo Cash Cup was coming up, and a new duo decided to see if Peter and Pollo were really that good at Grimgate, or if Acorn and Cole just didn't know what they were doing. Quanti and Chubbs announced they were landing at Grimgate from now on, and everybody thought the best duo might finally be dethroned. But for Quanti and Chubbs, things did not go as planned. Quanti and Chubbs would finish in 41st place, while Peter and Pollo won the tournament by 70 points. Once again, they were just more prepared. It was evident they were putting their all into this season and nobody could touch them. With that, it was finally time for FNCS. Week 1, they placed 3rd in opens, 1st in semifinals, and going into finals, everybody expected them to win. This meant that they could be contested by multiple teams each game at Grimgate, so winning the tournament would be tougher than expected. Because of this, they only broke top 20 in 2 of their 10 games, but still managed to place 6th due to a 25 and 20 elimination win. Next was week 2 of FNCS qualifiers, and they needed to win. There wasn't a reason they had to win, they just really wanted to, and they went on to do just that. They won by 96 points, and to understand just how dominant they really were, Peter and Pollo had 118 eliminations, and NPen and Pump, the team with the second most eliminations, only had 51. After performing extremely well in FNCS qualifiers, there was one more Cash Cup remaining before FNCS heats. Their only goal was to win 6 out of 6 games in finals, but sadly, there was a team contesting them. No matter how much better you are than the team contesting you, at a drop spot like Grimgate, where the main strategy is to 50-50 the same chest, anything can happen. There was no way they could win off spawn 6 games in a row, then go on to win every single game in a lobby filled with the best duos in the region, right? At this point, it was undeniable that Peter and Pollo were the best duo in NA and maybe even the world. In 6+ years of competitive Fortnite, no team has ever gone on a run like this. If you saw their skin dashing towards you, you knew your game was probably over, and if you managed to avoid them so you could play an endgame, there was no chance you were trying to take high ground.
Wait, coming up, Peter.
Honest, yeah. 1 HP, I need to drop, I'm dead. There's loot on my body if you can get to it. That is so broken, bro.
From the first day of the season, Peter and Pollo were conditioning the lobby and letting it be known that if you were on height, they were going to take it from you. There were games one of them would die, and whichever one of them was still alive would be able to win the game as a solo, sitting on height without anybody ever looking up. That's how scary they were. By now, everybody just assumed that they would win grand finals, and going into FNCS heats, it was guaranteed that they would win one of the first couple games to qualify for grands. Unlike the rest of the season, Peter decided to stream the upper bracket of heats, and this turned out to be a pretty bad idea. After the first 4 games, they only had 56 points and were at risk of being dropped down to the losers bracket if they didn't clutch up. Peter decided to end his stream so they could lock in for the last game, and this happened.
This right here, and that means they're committing to the fight here. They single out one, but Cooper with a great low ground tag here turns things around, and Peterbot with the 140 at the finish onto Cooper, and it might just be all or nothing here in the finish. Peterbot closes out strong.
But you can't talk about Peterbot without mentioning the cheating accusations. It couldn't be a coincidence that as soon as he ends stream, they win the game, right? Well, to be fair, he was messing around a lot, trying to be entertaining, and on top of that, playing on stream is way different than playing off stream. I would be willing to bet every dollar I have that Peter is not cheating, but people will still say he is, trying to undermine his accomplishments. With 4 out of 4 Cash Cup wins and the chance for a perfect season on the line, winning grand finals was all they had left to do. Leading up to the day of finals, all of the pros and content creators started making their predictions on who would win FNCS. With 99% of people expecting you to win, there is a lot of pressure. Would Peter and Pollo complete the perfect season of Fortnite, or would they fold when it mattered most? Game 1, Pollo went down early, but Peter was able to clutch up a top 3 as a solo.
4 birds. Nice. Top 9, 5 solos. Nice. Nice.
Nope. Fine.
They played game 2 perfectly, but Peter got a little too aggressive, leaving Pollo in a 1v2.
No, they didn't.
I don't have coin, by the way. I don't have coin, by the way. Hey, fight it.
Dead, man. That's my bad, bro. I just fell in, bro.
Games 3 and 4 went as you'd expect.
I think we dropped. One's going up. 60 way, 60 way. Dead. Chill.
Dropping. Dead!
Nice. Oh my
Let's
god.
go, bro!
Let's get both of these.
Killed him. 1v2. Fucking got it. You're in,
Nice.
buddy. Let's fucking go, bro.
After 4 games, they were already winning by 133 points, but the last 2 games of day 1, they started to struggle.
Can you edit the wall? When I tell you to?
Get out, just get out.
Gotcha. Nice, get the full. Nice, get chunks, get the full. Nice!
Nice. Siphon.
No.
Well, they got an 8th and a 4th, which for them is an underperformance.
Oh, I did.
They finished day 1 with a 118-point lead, and with a 1.5x point multiplier on day 2, they were going to try and break 1,000 points. With another win game 7, the tournament was basically over.
Dropping.
Yeah, they're dropping.
Killing low ground, they're killing low
Fight
ground.
this.
30 white.
Dead? Nice!
Good shit, bro. Let's fucking go.
Fucking go.
A 248-point lead with 5 games to go. After a bad game 9, they came back in game 10 and won yet again.
Dead.
Yeah.
Going up.
I'm playing Storm. Give me time.
Dead. Right here.
Nice.
Nice.
Bro.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Now their lead was almost 300 points. Game 11 would be the only game in the entire grand finals where they placed outside of the top 10. And of course, they had to end it off with a bang.
You haven't killed them yet?
Shut up. One for a no scope, okay?
Alright, boy.
Dead.
Don't feed them the splashes.
Dead. Oh
Nice.
my god.
In the last game, they dropped a 10-kill win, finishing the tournament with a record 1,092 points and winning by 339. Absolute domination. With 4 out of 4 Cash Cup wins, an FNCS win, and Peterbot breaking almost every individual record in a grand finals, this is easily the greatest season of Fortnite ever.